Hello and welcome. My name is Commander Crimshadow and welcome back to another of my Elite Dangerous Codex videos. In this episode we'll be staying close to home on a visit to the Collared Pod. Found relatively close to the bubble, in the Inner Orion Spur region, you don't have to go far to visit a Collared Pod. They can be found just over 5,000 light years from Sol, making them a great target for a quick exploration trip, or if you haven't traveled out far enough for Palin yet. The first of 4 variants to talk about today is the Rubicundum. I found this beautiful grouping of pods, so I had to have them all in one shot. They aren't always grouped like this, but it isn't necessarily rare either. The Rubicundum is distinguished with bright red pulsing lights. Next up is the Blatteum collared pod. I ran across this beauty in a wonderful lime green Lagrange cloud, which I really loved. The Blatteum collared pod has purple lights. The Blatteum and Rubicundum collared pods share the same trait of turns towards ship if approached. Here we have the Albidum. While any nearby light can wash out their distinctive white lights, the dark side of the Albidum shows clearly the pulsing lights. Finally, we have the Lividum variant. They have a blue or almost turquoise color to their lights. Now when it comes to the traits, the Albidum and Lividum will show as having the same trait in the Codex as the others, which is turn towards ship if approached. However, they only turn upon being scanned with something like the data link scanner. Therefore, I list them separately because the trait event for these two is also different in the journal. So their trait should be something more like turns towards ship if scanned. Lastly, when it comes to research limpets, across 3 of the variants, I used 14 limpets and received 8 pod core tissue, 5 pod dead tissue, and 1 pod surface tissue. The Albidum variant, however, showed as an invalid limpet target, and while probably just a bug, unless this has been fixed, you may run into the same issue. So this is all the information I have on the collared pod. I'd like to thank you for watching, and feel free to hit me up in the comments with any thoughts or questions you might have. Of course, make sure to click on those like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. I appreciate it. In the video description, I've included the systems that are listed in the Codex where you can find the collared pod. Join me again for another Elite Dangerous Codex video, where I'll be jumping so you don't have to.